Hi, this is No Ordinary Voice of Spiritual Ventriloquism. You are listening to the dummy himself. Well, I want to make this video kind of short, uh, maybe sweet, not so sweet. Uh, but I really want to talk briefly about discernment. Um, I've had a couple of situations arise in the last couple of months. I'll just address the one from about a month or so ago. Um, I had a call, well, actually, personal Skype message. Some brethren, undisclosed location. They had some Christians that came to them, and they came to them to wanting to know about the Sabbath day. Well, in short order, they began with their charismatic approach to all these things that the Lord is telling them about these brethren, this husband and this wife, and but yet they're coming to them to learn about the Shabbat or the Israelite way, or that's the kind of deception that has been fostered in the institution of Christianity. Uh, you get something to tickle your ear, or something conjures up in your mind, and automatically, if it enters into your mind, that it has to be from the Most High, um, and without any real checking, you just go on and you know, and you proceed as if you're hearing from the Most High, only to find out that perhaps you've been listening to the wrong spirit, maybe all along. Um, Now, getting back to the situation, was that they were telling these brethren that you're not going to stay here, and God's got big mighty plans for you, and just really gassing them up. Guess I better move this here. I'm in the middle now. Anyway, but how come the Most High didn't tell them about the Sabbath personally? I mean, if He's sharing all of this personal, private information about other people, about their lives, about their future, and you're the one with the crystal ball that's going to tell everyone else how they should go ahead and proceed. Yet, the Most High didn't tell you about something so simple as the commandments, or the Torah, you know, those kinds of things. So, and my advice, my counsel to them, uh, because they sought my counsel, just like Pastor said, if you're going to have a counselor, have one. Though there is other text that comes from the Apocrypha, but there is text in the Sephers or writings, which is among the Torah and the prophets, that says there's wisdom in a multitude of counselors. So I guess it just depends on the situation. Um, but anyway, so my advice or my counsel to them was that ask them this question: who is your master? Who was your instructor? Who were you discipled by? And I said, if you get some kicking and some ee ha ha and aw and knee-jerking reactions and things like that, then probably you're dealing with a religious spirit, which I already pretty much summed that up. I'm, like I say, not the sharpest knife in the box, but I didn't fall off the cabbage truck yesterday. I have been around, and multitudes of years should teach some form of wisdom, even to an old fool. So that was my counsel, and I'm not sure exactly what the end of that was, but I think that these people just kind of jutted along. My counsel to them was not to reject those people, but to keep them on the end of a long stick, because you don't want someone outside of the covenant coming in and breaking bread and having eyes full of adultery and all kinds of anything can happen. As far as any type of schism or offense or something like that could arise. I'm not even remotely suggesting moral indiscretions, but more along the lines of spiritual communion, which it kind of has that same connotation. If you're an intimate friend of someone, then you are on a what do you say, on a friendly level, on a spiritual level. It's akin to having an intimacy with your parents or with your wife, that kind of thing. So anyway, I mean, I'm just waiting for the day, when somebody comes up and says something to somebody and they have so much discernment that they punch them in the face. uh, we have to be careful because the enemy's always in everybody else. It's never in us. It's never, even when the wicked come to us, really, we're the ones that are on trial. And it's time we understand that we are constantly being tested. We are constantly being evaluated. Um, some stations we hit a go, and some stations we hit a no go. That's a military term for pass or fail. Um, but anyway, I don't know really what happened to this situation. I'm sure that these people just went by the wayside because my counsel was that if they kicked and offended and they jetted or whatever, you would probably find out that these people have a vagabond spirit and are not going to submit to anyone, and they're just going to use cunningly devised, uh, baited words to deceive the hearts of the simple. People who aren't evil, uh, they have a tendency to, at times, at least in their more youthful journeys, to expect the best out of everyone. And so it's not in their heart to, think that somebody's wicked or anything like that. They're not even thinking along those lines because they understand they're in the same boat as everybody else. They've got a paddle in their hand. Everybody's paddling off to their destination, and the objective is to get there and not lose any passengers along the way. But we know that's not going to always be the case. So anyway, uh, we do need to. And like I said, the fact that these people actually asked me that question, I commended them in that they were listening to the Holy Spirit because both her and her husband, uh, they thought that they had probably better ask someone here, and and I told them that they were listening to the Holy Spirit, that the Holy Spirit was warning them. Well, as you can see, the day is waning. Uh, the the herons are gathering the wind on their wings, and they're seeking a place to roost. And I'm going to follow that counsel and do the same. Okay. Anyway, shalom. Have a good night. Peace to your house.